Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. I'm watching this Royal Rumble right now as we speak. I'm sure most of you that are checking in are probably watching it as well. So, right now, we're in the middle of, I believe, the fourth match on this show, the women's Royal Rumble match. We had the men's Royal Rumble match first. Spoilers in case you're watching me before you watch the show. But Cody Rhodes, as I predicted, most people predicted Cody Rhodes to come back and win. He did. At number 30, uh, and he last eliminated Gunther, who was number one in the Rumble. Drew McIntyre lasted pretty long. Sheamus lasted pretty long in the men's Rumble. Second match was that midnight, pitch black midnight match with LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. I liked it. I liked the different thing that they did, with the glow in the dark type of match. I thought it was interesting. I'm sure they got a nice kickback from Mountain Dew for that product placement. But I thought it was kind of fun. And I think they kept it kind of short, which was good. They didn't drag that one out. Then I think the next match, I believe, was the women's title match. Bianca Blair and Alexa Bliss. I think I kind of dozed off of that one, to be honest with you. I think Bianca won, but I could be wrong. Because when I woke up, I was at like number six in the women's rumble. So I do admit that I dozed off a little bit. But we're having a pretty good rumble here. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them. Of course, the commentary is always pretty over the top and annoying for WWE. These guys really had a big laugh for themselves at Piper Nevin's entrance, making dewdrop references that were just immature and stupid. But that's WWE for you. Who's this in here right now in these red pants? Is that Michelle McCool? I'm not really sure. I should put the audio closed captioning on if I could figure out how to do that. But in any event, like I said, if you have any thoughts or questions or comments, go ahead and leave them. But yeah, Royal Rumble. It's a tradition. It's something that people look forward to. Last year was highly criticized on the men's Rumble side. People gave Shane McMahon a hard time, and I think he lost his position with the company for his booking of that particular Rumble. So that's no good for him. Let's see what else, folks. Like I said, any comments or questions, feel free to leave them. If not, that's fine. Looks like Michelle McCool just hit a big kick on Piper Nevin. Some of this Rumble stuff, I mean, there's been so many of them. I think we're on what, like 35 Rumbles, men's 35 Rumbles, another five for women, a couple of Rumbles uh, overseas, and the crown jewel type of shows, so the Saudi shows. So there's only so many things you can do with these rumbles. I was kind of thinking, be kind of interesting if and I'm not a fan of intergender wrestling for the most part, but if they somehow like integrated the men's rumble and the women's rumble, maybe have two rings in this at the same spot, that probably would have been better for the pandemic era, just to do something different in an empty arena, like have the two rings next to each other and the two rumbles going on at the same time. That might have been interesting just to mix it up, um, because there's just so many spots you can do with this type of rumble before things get a little redundant or a lot redundant. Here's Michelle McCool. So I'm not sure who I was thinking was Michelle McCool. Some lady in green. Uh, what's this? It looks like Michelle McCool's in the audience. That's pretty funny. So Michelle McCool is coming out of the audience and into the to the ring. Um, Tamina and Piper Nevin is not a match we've been dreaming of. I'm sorry, McAfee and Michael Cole. Nobody's been sitting around, or whoever it was that said that. That's just so stupid. Nobody sits around and dreams of Piper Nevin and Tamina fighting. Let's see. Michelle McCool now just did her version of the Styles Clash. Of course, she called it something else. Yeah, still looking pretty good for a housewife. That's Undertaker's wife, of course. She still looks pretty good. She just got a nice kick in the stomach. I really hate when they try to make people that are pretty mediocre look like they mean something in these things, but I guess that's part of the fun. I'm really talking about Tamina. She just got eliminated. Uh, Rhea Ripley, I think, is the crowd favorite, and looks like she's the chosen one for this thing, unless they really do something different. So we'll see. But how would I grade the other matches so far? I thought the men's rumble was decent. I mean, I thought it was interesting. They had Brock Lesnar eliminated pretty quick. He looks like he's in phenomenal shape. I give him credit, whether it's a steroid needle up his ass or just working out. But Brock looks pretty good. Here's Indy Hartwell. I think she's, I'll be honest, I'm kind of a fan of hers. I think she's got a nice look in the face, and I kind of dig the Indy Hartwell experience. But there you go, folks. I mean, it's the Royal Rumble. Indy Hartwell trying to slap as many hands. It's funny how far the ramp is, to the ring. These people have to like do a 100-yard dash to get to the ring. What else? I don't know. I guess that Bianca Belair match kind of dozed me off. I just wasn't really into it. Oh, Indy Hartwell doing the traditional point to the WrestleMania sign thing. It's so cliche at this point. A lot of things with WWE are very cliche. And they think that people like seeing that stuff. Maybe they do, but I don't. I like things to be different, mixed up. Who is this blonde lady? I can't even tell who it is, to be honest with you. All right, folks. Well, if you don't have any questions or comments or whatever the fucks, I guess I'll get going. I'm not going to sit here and just talk to myself watching wrestling all night. So have a good Rumble, and maybe I'll do another video later when it's all over. Mike.